Good evening, everybody. Welcome to your Thursday evening Facebook Live. My name is Sarah Edwards. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I come to you guys live every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 to show you a fun new project. So I know what time it is. I may not always know what the day is, but I have something going for me. I'm at least live at 7. Don't know if it's Tuesday or Thursday, but I am here at 7 p.m. Arizona time. So if you're joining from Arizona, say hello. If you're joining from anywhere else, say hello and where you're from. I would love to know. Today was an amazing day. I literally felt like yesterday I had a crafting block, and today it vanished and I got so much accomplished. Yesterday, I actually cleaned my entire Facebook Live table area. I decluttered it. It's a hot mess again now, just because I have tonight's live on it. But it feels so good to have room and to spread out. And now the key is to keep it that way. Cross our fingers that I can keep it that way. But other than that, I went to lunch with my girlfriend. I had a facial appointment today, and now I'm home. My husband made ribs for dinner. I only ate a little bit because I had a really big lunch with my girlfriend. But other than that, we are here going to be crafting. My card tonight is a moment, and I 99% of the time do not do crazy cards with different layers and different dimensions and embossing and all of that, but tonight's card definitely called for it. So bear with me. I will not be mass producing these. I will not be making 150 of them. I shouldn't say not. I shouldn't say I'm not going to be doing that because I have done crazier things. We will see if I'm going to mass produce these cards, but for now, let's get through this card. And if you mass produce them, definitely let me know and send me the designs you are working on. Okay, let's point you over and we will get started. So earlier this morning, I decided to do a quick video about the Designing Damsel crafting kits. I know I've gotten actually a lot of messages about them because they really didn't know what was included, what isn't included, what you get. So I just thought I would do and just talk about it really quick. So this is the packet you get. There's three of us. So it's Laura Anderson, Monica Davis, and myself. We come together, we collaborate all of our different crafting techniques and ideas, and we put them into one massive PDF for you. Um, I didn't count. I think there's 18 projects in this Humble Home kit, and you don't get all of the products to make every single item, but you get the PDF so you can recreate. So our theory behind it is if you're getting a bundle or if you're getting a stamp set, you might as well have a ton of designs to use that specific set. So this is what was for last month. This month's kit is actually what I focused on Tuesday and for tonight. So it's the More Than Autumn. If you're on the fence about this, I know one of my girlfriends is on the fence about it, but she went ahead and registered because she likes getting these kits in the mail. So you always get the stamp set and you can add on the dies if you want. If you already own the set, you can either get the PDF version or the make and take version. So there's different options that you can pick. But this is what we did on Tuesday's live. Nothing better than pumpkin except maybe you. So super cute. And the cards that I've created for this design or for this month's kit are completely different as well. So I like how versatile this set is. And tonight's card is completely different than anything I've done in a really long time. So I'm super excited to show you. And I have a very special trick to teach you guys. I did not know about this, so I am hoping you guys didn't know about this either, and I can teach you something new. So on Tuesday and tonight, I paired it with the iconic Celebration 6x6 Designer Series paper. Absolutely gorgeous. If you haven't gotten it, if you haven't played with it, this is a must in your studio. So fun. I've used it so many times. And you guys are probably going to fall over, but I did pair it with the Berry Burst Old Olive and the white Glimmer paper. We actually only used the whites in this set. I'll show you that in a second. And we paired it with the festive 12 by 12 real red glimmer paper. I was talking to one of my girlfriends on the phone while I was creating this card, and she said I need to start introducing myself as, hello, my name is Sarah. I'm addicted to glimmer paper. And it is totally true. Absolutely, totally true. So here is the fun card we're going to be playing with tonight. The hot cocoa is glimmer paper. The little coffee band is glimmer paper. The whipped cream is glimmer paper, but I don't know if you can see or if you can notice there's a smidgen different with the glimmer paper. So there's a white border around this one, and this one, the glimmer paper, is embossed. So I am going to teach you guys that you can emboss your glimmer paper, you heat emboss your glimmer paper. But it is so fun and so cute, and I just can't wait to show you guys. So my original card that I created to do this live, I used this designer series paper, same pack, but when I went to prep the cards for tonight's live, I realized that was my last sheet. So I improvised and used this one, which I honestly think they both are gorgeous. So there's the card we're going to be making. And I did pull in the Snow Days, the burr down here at the bottom. This is one of the scrapbooking stamp sets, but you can use it for cards as well. So I pulled in, that's where I got the burr. Okay, let's get crafting. Hello, Heather. Good evening. Okay, so first we're going to start with a piece of Misty Moonlight card base, and this is 5.5 by 8.5. Actually, 5.5 by 8.5. I did that backwards, and I scored it at 4.25. You will need two pieces of our basic white, one for the inside and one for the outside, but I didn't bring another one in for the inside, so I'll have to try to remember to do that later. This is 4 by 5.25. You have your designer series paper that is 3 3/4 by 5, and it's actually going to go this way. And then we have lots of little tiny scraps. And I apologize in advance, but I had to. This piece is 1/4 of an inch. You only need maybe 2 2 1/4. I did put the measurements in before we went live. We're just going to trim off, so I just brought in a piece. This one is 2 1/4 by 3/4. And this one is 1/2 of an inch, and I think you only need 2 inches as well, but I just brought the whole thing in because we're going to trim it off at the end anyways. And then I already die cut our hot cocoa and the cup. So first, let's heat emboss our glimmer paper. I did bring a piece of scratch paper in just so I could use the Versamark and not accidentally stamp on my paper. And I know the Versamark is here and my desk is clean, but I don't see it. So let me run in the craft room and grab it really quick. I know exactly where it's at. Here it is. I could have swore I had it over here, but maybe it's under something. Who knows? Okay, so I have my Versamark and I have my white glimmer paper. We are actually going to heat emboss the whipped cream and the marshmallows. After I made this card, I realized that the marshmallows are probably more for hot cocoa, but you can also put whipped cream on hot cocoa. So I think they're both going to work, but we'll see which one we like better. So the bad thing is I don't really know where I stamped that because the Versamark is clear. So I'm just going to play it extra safe and scoot the marshmallows over a lot. I'm pretty sure I didn't need to scoot it over that far, but so I'm going to grab my black embossing powder, pick up my glimmer paper, and I'm just going to sprinkle this over. I'm almost out, so I probably should order some more. And then let's tap that off. And I didn't get all of it, which is totally okay. We can add more to it. That's the bad thing about using the glimmer paper is it's hard to see, but it does make a beautiful piece. Okay, so now you can kind of see that there's some black embossing. I'm going to close this just so I don't accidentally hit it and knock the little bit left I have over. So you can kind of see that it got on the sides of the glimmer paper a little bit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to flick the back of it, but I don't want to do it on my mat in case the heat touches it and then it sticks to my mat. So I'm going to take it off camera just so I can flick the back of it, and then I'll bring it back in and show that it gets off all the extra that was in the centers. So now I am going to grab my heat tool. And I don't know if you guys will be able to hear it because I do have my earbuds in and it kind of counteracts any of the background noise. So if you can hear it, I apologize. But if you can't, that's perfect. You just hear me yakking. So I'm going to heat this. And it is a little bit harder to tell when it is dry, but just kind of use your best judgments. It doesn't really show the melting like it does on paper. So I'm just going to gently, and you don't want to burn it, so you're just going to go gentle. And I think that is done. So there's that. And then let me go ahead and do the real red while I'm here. So the real red, I just want the center of this coffee cup. So what I'm going to do is ink up my coffee cup, and I'm just going to put a sticky note at the bottom and just position this so I am only getting the center. Give that a good stamp. Let's close this. Let's bring in the white. Good evening, Mary. Welcome. Let's bring in the white. And I'm going to run this over. And if you noticed, I did not use this stamping buddy. What is that thing called? I think everybody knows what I'm talking about. I just went blank for a second. I did not use that on the glimmer paper because I used it on this side and it left the powder and it really won't come off very well. So don't rub that little buddy on the glimmer paper. It'll make a hot mess. Good evening, Darlene. So now I'm going to heat this one up. And I didn't really get any of the whites on the excess parts, so I didn't need to flip it over and give it a good flip. There you go. So you have to tell me, did you know that you can heat and emboss on the glimmer paper? Did anybody know that? I did not until a few weeks ago. So now I'm going to bring this in and I'm going to die cut these out. This is the one thing that I couldn't do prior is die cut these. So everything else I was able to do. No, see, Mary, we learn something new every day. It is like the coolest thing. And I know videos and pictures really don't do it justice. You have to see it in person. But let me tell you, it is pretty spectacular. And I actually don't know if my little tape is going to stick to the glimmer paper either. So we are going to expect the worst and hope for the best. Hope for the best, expect the worst. I don't know how you say that. Okay. Let's see if this is going to work. It's hard because I need to hold, there we go. I need to hold it while it gets going and then I can let go. Okay, let me scoot this over the way so I don't drop it. Oh, that actually wasn't too tragic and it actually stuck better than I was expecting. Oh, I didn't know Sarah did it. That's hilarious. Okay, that's what it looks like. Pretty cool, huh? So we'll decide which one we like. Set that aside. So let's do a smidgen of coloring. Hello, Valerie. Welcome. Let's do a little bit of coloring. I brought in my light and my dark blender pens, and I'm going to do the bottom in light, and I'm going to do the top in light. I'm going to leave the center because we're going to cover it with the red. Embossing Buddy, that's what it's called. I do not know why that was so hard to remember. Hello, Teresa, welcome. And then I'm going to take the dark and I'm going to go just across the bottom, very minimal coloring, and across the top. Let's bring in our glimmer paper, and we're going to quickly trim on the outside of the white emboss. See, I did tell you this was a little bit more in depth of a card than I usually do, but I fell in love with it and I couldn't resist. Perfect. I think that's all I need the scratch paper for. Let's go ahead and attach this. Put a little bit of adhesive on the back of it. I already think he's cute. And then let's bring in our card base and start attaching everything. Fold our card base, give it a good crease. Let's layer all of these pieces together. So if you're on the fence about the More Than Autumn set, don't be. You are going to love it. Hello, Stephanie. Welcome. Okay, so there's those two pieces layered. Now we can grab and do a smidgen of stamping. So let's do the burr in Misty Moonlight. Let's stamp it right in the center. Perfect. And I think that's the only thing we need the Misty Moonlight for. Let me grab the real red. We're going to use that one next, just to kind of help with the glimmer paper. I didn't want to just do all blue and then it look a little funky that you have the red glimmer paper. So let me bring these guys in. And I know they're super tiny pieces. So I'm going to grab the peppermint. I'm going to stamp the peppermint in the center. There we go. And then the last one is going to be, oh, hold on, where's my stamp set? Because I think I actually put that one back and I need it. This calls for, yeah, looky there. I put something back and I knew exactly where it was. That doesn't happen very often. So kudos to me. I'm going to pat myself on the back for that one. And this is going to get stamped right in the center as well. And I love that it's photopolymer, so you can fit it on the itty bitty pieces. Now I know this is retired, and please don't send me hate messages, but it is just so quick and easy using this little punch to do the banners at the end. I do cheat and use this a lot. I won't lie. If you have it, use it. It's the best thing since sliced bread. Kind of just goes like peanut butter and jelly, or bees and honey. I don't know if that one is right. What other things go together? You just have to use it. I love it. Okay, so now let's put some dimensionals on the back of all of these. There we go. And I'm going to put 3 on this guy. I know it's probably overkill, but I don't know. It's your card. And then I want to show you a little secret. This piece is super tiny. So what I did is I took they're not crappy scissors, but they're not my good scissors. And I cut my mini dimensionals in half again. So when I take this off, I can pop this guy up too. Pretty cool, huh? So yes, our mini dimensionals are super tiny, and 99% of the time they work for what we need. But sometimes if you're Sarah Edwards, you have to do even smaller sentiments. Okay, let's pick these all guys up. And I'm going to put the burr here. I'm going to do this calls for up top. And then peppermint. Let's flip this over. And 3 is probably overkill on this, but it's okay. It's my card. You can put 12 if you want to. So this is going to go in the center. Now this is where we need to pick if we want to do the whipped cream like I originally had, or if we want to do the marshmallows. And the backs of these, I was smart, and for the Facebook Live, I put in the adhesive sheets in the back. For my original card, I had to glue all of these little suckers down, and I was a hot mess. I had glue everywhere, just because it was so tiny. Oh, Darlene, whipped cream, perfect. We can do that. And the cocoa is gonna go right at the bottom. I kind of put this one a smidgen higher than over here. So let's grab some dimensionals. There's lots of dimensionals on this card. Did I forget to mention that? Pretty much everything is popped up. And I don't want to cover up the band because I think it looks really cute. There we go. Let's push some of this stuff out of the way. And last but not least, we need to add a little bit more to this card. Not that it doesn't have enough already. We're going to add more to it. And I want to add some of the big ones. This might be overkill for some of you. And you might be thinking, oh my goodness, that is quite busy. And it is, but it is so stinking cute. I can't control myself. Love, love, love it. So here is my original one. And the original one is this one. So if you're just logging on, I originally made this card to do for tonight's Facebook Live. It is out of the same designer series paper pack, the Iconic Celebration. But when I went to prep for tonight's live, I realized that was my last sheet. So I had to improvise and use another sheet out of the pack, which still literally looks perfect. I love it. So cute. Okay. That is your guys' live for tonight. We are only doing one card because it was a moment. And I don't usually do cards that are a moment, but I couldn't resist today. So hopefully you guys stuck with me and stuck it out to see the end process. It really wasn't in the big scheme of things that bad. I have seen more and I have done more, but there were a lot of moving parts and pieces to it. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I will see you guys on Tuesday for another live. We are leaving on Sunday. We're going to take Lucas camping for my birthday is on Monday. So I'm going to prep the card this weekend for what we're going to be doing on Tuesday. So then when I get home, I don't have to prep it. So I still might be looking like I was camping. We'll see what time we get home and what I can get done. Anyway, Have a great evening, and if you need anything, please feel free to reach out. I did put the link in the video for the Designing Damsel kit, and it is focusing on the More Than Autumn set. So let me know if you have any questions. I am here to answer them. Have a great evening, and I'll see everybody on Tuesday. Bye-bye.